Hi, I'm Jakira Black, and this is a video about 14 strange habits that writers do, or at least I do. In the summer I watched a YouTuber called Jenna Moreci. She did 9 weird habits that writers do. I will put a link below for her video. I do recommend her YouTube channel. She is a writer, so she shares writing tips, and they are really good videos. Also in the summer, someone said to me, well, why do you write? There's so many books out there already, we don't need any more. And I was like, well, because I want to, because I enjoy it, because it makes me happy. But that's the thing, he just didn't understand, because a lot of people don't. They just don't understand why we want to write. They just don't. So yeah, we are a strange breed. I think actually Jenna said that as well. But you know, we are strange to the outside world. They just don't understand us. So first strange habits that writers do, or at least I do, is I need to write. I have to write. I have so many ideas in my head, and they are continually being joined by more ideas and more ideas, and those ideas are shouting at me and shouting at me. We want to be wrote. I have to write, because if I don't write, if I don't get those stories down, then I'm going to be a gibbering wreck. So that is one weird habit, strange habit that I have, and that a lot of other writers have too. So another strange habit that I have is falling asleep as I'm typing. So I'm sat there on my laptop, typing on my laptop, and I'm tired, and my eyes start closing and my head starts going down, and before I know it, I'm typing a whole line of T's or I'm typing a load of rubbish, or I'm jerking awake and trying to type and my eyes are closing again. It's really madness, to be quite honest. Another strange habit that writers have is feeling guilty about everything. So you're doing housework or cooking dinner and you feel guilty because you should be writing. But when you're writing, you're feeling guilty. I should be going to the shops. I should be reading. I should be doing this. And it just goes round and round. And no matter what, you always feel guilty. I have a tendency to talk to myself about plans for my novel. So I'll be stood in the shower talking to myself about what I could do next, coming up with ideas, or in the middle of the night I do it, or walking down the street and getting some very strange looks from other people because I'm talking to myself. But that's just a strange thing that I do, which I'm pretty certain a lot of other authors do as well. So another thing is, I wake up, I've had this dream, this amazing dream, and I have to write it down. So I grab a pen and paper and I scribble it down, even though the light's not on and I need a wee or I need a drink. But if I don't get that story, that idea down quickly, it'll drift off into the ether. And then it'll be gone forever. And I've done that. I have sometimes not wrote the idea down, and I think, oh, I'll remember. And then you don't remember and it's gone. So that is a strange habit that I do, that I sometimes wake up and grab a pen and I'm scribbling, or I grab my phone and I'm typing into it and putting an idea down so that I do not forget. And sometimes I might use that idea quickly, other times I might never use it. Sometimes I go off the idea, or sometimes it just suddenly fits into a story, or it might inspire a story. Another weird habit is, and this is shameful, I've got this tendency to write new stories instead of editing what I've already written. Because editing is hard. And writing a story, well, it is hard as well. But it's not as hard. And obviously with all those story ideas clamoring in my head, you know, and I want to get them down. So yeah, I do have a tendency to do that, to write a new story and ignore what I've already wrote. And I really need to get out of that, because that is a very, very bad, strange thing to do. I need to edit so that I have books on shelves, and yeah. So another thing is procrastination, which fits in with the last one. But also, it's like, I want to write, I want to edit, whatever, but Facebook is so much fun. And there's always a video to watch or something to read, or you need to comment on someone's profile or like something, and it just distracts you, and before you know it, the day is gone and you've not done anything but sit and talk to people on Facebook. So yeah, another weird habit that I've got is listening to other people's conversations and mentally noting down in my head what they're saying. Because the thing is, sometimes people have these amazing conversations that might fit really, really well into a story, you know, and yeah, so I could be sat on the bus and these two old biddies are talking about something, and I'm like, that's a good idea, that would work, that sounds cool. So if you're ever sat near me and having a conversation, then don't be totally surprised if it doesn't appear, if it appears in a story. It might not. It depends. So another thing is Googling horrifying things. You know, normal things like how to hide a body or how to build a bomb. Doesn't mean we want to murder someone and hide a bomb, or murder someone and hide their body or build a bomb. It means that we need that information for our story. But nearly all authors do it. And, you know, I've heard so many times people say, if the police investigated what I've searched for, I'd be in so much trouble, because they'd be like... Because the thing is, we need to know these details so that we can write a story with some level of authenticity. So yeah, horrifying Google searches. Okay, so another habit is using people you know as characters in your book, and especially if it's someone that's upset you. I am guilty. I am guilty of that. I really am. It is a habit that I do all the time. I have wrote things. I once had a character of someone that had upset me, and he was, in the story, he was an angel, so mortal, and I had a volcano explode underneath him and encase him in lava, which obviously, as he was immortal, he couldn't die, so he's encased, so it solidified and turned to rock, and he was inside, trapped in the rock forever. So yeah, it is definitely, I mean, there's even things out there saying do not annoy the author because they'll put you in a book and kill you. So yeah, it is something that near enough all authors do, to some degree or other. Okay, another weird habit that I've got that others have got probably as well is telling everyone who will listen, include anyone really, who will listen, someone at the shop, a lady at the bus stop, about my story or a story that I'm working on, or an idea for a story. And you know, they stood there nodding their head, looking really disinterested. And yeah, I'm going on and talking about it, and yeah. So another strange habit is I want to write and I enjoy writing, but sometimes it feels like pulling teeth. It really does. It feels painful because it just does. And I've been known to go on a website called Write or Die just to make myself write. And Write or Die, for those that don't know, sometimes it plays screechy violin music, or you could have it set to eat your words if you don't keep typing. We authors are strange, and you know, we force ourselves with punishment to keep writing. So lastly, one more strange habit is writer's block, and everyone will have heard of writer's block. Sitting, staring at a blank page on your laptop and crying. I don't tend to cry, but I have stared at my laptop and I've just not known what to write. Sometimes that's because the story's just not ready to be written. But yeah, it isn't easy sometimes. Even though I've got so many ideas in my head, sometimes those ideas don't seem like the right time to write them. And so therefore I've got nothing to write. So yeah, writer's block is a strange habit that everyone will know of. So yeah, so there you go. That's my 14 strange habits that I do and that others probably do as well. Comment down below if you do any of those habits, or if you've got any other habits that you do. Yeah, okay, bye.